Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week the scope gifted with the presence of your eyes. What a distraction, beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year not ration, came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary and seldom do what they motivate. World full of hate, we serve the hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a day, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settled in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settled in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you award winning with no award choice. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and
hello, everyone. You know, the social media gods are not being kind to us today. I'll explain what's wrong after. This is MediaScope, all things media tech and pop culture. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. We do this just about every week. We come here, the meeting of the minds, to learn what's going on current events wise in media tech and pop culture. And it's me, Dr. Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also journalist, as I said. You all, there are a few people here. Jay is here. Hello, Jay. How are you? Welcome, welcome. But then it's also this guy behind the scenes. They call him MC Curtis.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
No, you can't. You have to be uplifting today. You can't have that voice today because I'm already there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work on
Was
it.
that your attempt?
I'll work on it.
There's no time to teach you either.
Nothing? No juice? No juice there?
No juice. Shanice says she couldn't find us on Twitch. Does it look like we're live on Twitch?
Yeah,
we should be.
We've got a check mark indicating that we're live.
Meaning that we're live. So maybe it is Dr. Tachi on Twitch. I'm going to check right now. Shanice Green, how are you? Swoop, there it is. Also, Terry Johnson. Indeed. What happened?
I said, yes, indeed. Shanice with the swoop.
I mean, if you want your hair done, Shanice, you need to give a commercial for your stylist because she's done an amazing job. And look who else is here. Cheryl Reed. By the way, I'm wearing some of Cheryl's earrings today. Cheryl from Creed's Classy. See Reed's Classy Bling. It looks like Creed, so we all say Creed. But yes, so I decided to grace you all with some of her classy bling today. It's not blingy, it's wooden, but it is what it is.
Cheryl for the win.
Cheryl for the win. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Shanice says she's not good with Twitch, so it's probably just me. I hope it's just you. I don't want it to be you, but hopefully we are live on Twitch and we'll greet everybody. Jasmine Graham of the Atlanta Jasmine Grahams is here. And Jay, thank you for that. Let's do a 5-minute meditation and breathe. Thank you. That's what we need to do because technology is not on my side today. You probably hear a slight echo. And that slight echo has made its face known before, or its voice known before.
Interesting, because I'm not hearing the echo on my end.
I hear it. Do you all hear it? Let me know if you hear the slight echo, because the last time that happened, I ended up hearing it on the broadcast.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah. What really matters is like if it's just me, I could care less. If you all hear it, that's where it becomes an issue. Yeah, Jasmine says she hears it.
She
Jay
hears
does
it.
not hear it. Yeah. So there is a slight echo. Wonderful. Okay, so that's why I'm annoyed. That's why it took us like 16 minutes to come on because we were trying to figure out where this echo was coming from. We heard it before we went live, tried all sorts of things. But you know what? As long as you can hear me for the most part, that's really all I care about. And as long as you can hear me, I'm good. This just means that MC Curtis needs to be on his best behavior today because I haven't the time for the tomfoolery.
Look at your pictures, looking great too.
Is this your attempt to try and make things nice? Is that it?
No. I'm just saying it's just like, before it was the issue with the picture not so great, but your picture is now looking really fantastic, professional level. Yeah, it looks really nice.
And then the sound wants to be
Now the
wonderful.
audio.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You can have cheap and fast or cheap and good or cheap, but you can't have all three. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Grant Cardone, I don't need a lesson from you. Les Brown, I don't need your lessons today. Can we just have it all run smoothly? Sheesh. Cheryl says it's not bad, just a little. Yeah, you know what, Jay? Yes. Let's just all blame MC for this because somehow, somewhere, I know this is his fault.
Yeah, right.
This is his fault.
I'm sure you're thinking that, well, he must have done something. He must have changed those settings or something.
Because Quick Fingers McGee is always messing with a button, always doing something. I know it was you, MC.
I will give you that. Yes, I am pressing a lot of buttons and testing stuff, but this time, nah, I didn't touch anything. Didn't change.
So I'm supposed to believe you this time.
Yeah,
Okay.
this time.
This time. Jasmine says the video is looking crisp. Thank you. Thank you. We try to up level things here at the MediaScope show. So, we've everything I could do to make sure that the picture was, including I've got super fast internet now. I bought a new Cat 8 Category 8 Ethernet cable. So I did everything to make sure everything on my end is good. And then sound, what? Oh, yes, the tech team will be getting a stern call and talking to from me. You'll be getting quite a talking to.
Yep. I'm sure they'll try to call in sick.
I'll go to their homes. I will go to their houses. Jay says the tech gods know that it bothers me, so they like to play with it. Yeah, it is. And it only bothers me because I want the best experience for you all. But c'est la vie. Sometimes these things happen. Hopefully by next week, we'll be able to mash it all out. So
that video is on point, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Thank you. Trying to figure out your ulterior motive with that. But anyway, how are you?
I'm well. I'm doing well. Oh, I went to see The Woman King today.
You went to a theater.
I did.
Were you wearing a mask? That's what I want to know.
I was not. But the movie was great. And
if you come to Florida, do not come and visit me. Okay. Maskless bandit.
Well, if I come to see you in Florida, I'll make sure I have a mask.
No, I'll give you snacks from outside. You stay outside.
Give me snacks from outside. Okay.
I'll pass it through the door.
Okay. All right. But yeah, it was a great movie. Did you see it yet, Touchy? The Woman King?
No, because people like you come to the movie theater with no mask.
Well, we're not talking about the mask. Did you see the movie?
We're talking about the mask because it's directly related to movie theaters.
So you didn't see the movie?
I just said no because people like you come with no mask.
You can say no. But it was a great movie, though. She absolutely needs to win whatever awards are out there. She nailed it.
So I've heard it's really good. Again, there's still a lot going on in terms of COVID-19. So I am going to wait until it comes on streaming, which won't be too long from now. I understand that. Did you see it in IMAX or 3D?
No, I don't know what it was. It was pretty nice theater, but it wasn't all that fancy schmancy stuff.
Okay, so it was a regular movie.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen The Woman King yet? Please let me know. Yes, Jasmine, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the tech team. Oh, yeah, you'll do it on my behalf. Thank you. Yes, a strong talking to and a strongly worded letter. Those were the things they did back in the day that they didn't pay attention to. So anyway, guess who's here? See, Love is here. How are you, Cecily? Welcome. Good evening. Thank you for being there. Now, she's on Twitch. Yay, yay, yay. Cecily is joining us over on the Twitch side. She is a Twitcher today. All right, so Twitch is working. Yeah, Shanice, it may have just been you. But I'm glad to see that we are live on Twitch. So why don't we greet everybody now that we've taken the time to talk a little bit about Woman King? And I want to hear if you all have seen Woman King in the theaters. I have not, but I'm going to wait and see when it comes on streaming because I've heard it's phenomenal. So those of you watching on Facebook, I am happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the fold. Those of you watching on YouTube, my YouTube crew, you know I love you. Thank you for being here. If you are watching on Twitch, this is a first. I have never streamed live on Twitch. I'm mostly a watcher on Twitch. So today is the first time I am actually going live on Twitch. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a treat of all treats. A treat for the ages. And for those of you that will be listening tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in the Caribbean, namely Nassau, Bahamas, on Gospel 107.1 FM, guess what we wish you? Amen. Yes. Amen. A multitude of many blessings. And we need your blessings today because the social media gods have decided that they don't want us to be great. But we know we can be great with you, Gospel 107. Jasmine saw Woman King. She said it was phenomenal. She saw it on Sunday. Fantastic. Shanice, are you saying yes that you did see Woman King? Let us know what you thought about it if you did. My favorite bison, David Benjamin Echo, says not yet, but I plan on it soon, and I will wear a mask in the theater. Thank you, David Benjamin Echo. See, there's something about Howard University folk. We know what to do and how to do it. These Texas people.
Hey, a quick question. Okay, so I'm not going to give anything away, but I have a question for you in regards to movies, in regards to their depiction of just history, in regards to just
absolutely. Before you get to that, hold that thought. Let me say hey to one of my favorites. Stephen Kaplan is here. Amazing social media strategist and photographer. Welcome. And C Love has not seen Woman King yet, but she hopes to this weekend. Viola, Miss Davis, from what I've heard, you are deserving of any and every accolade you get.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, my question in regards to whether it be The Woman King or other movies, their depiction of history, of just how it tells the story, whether it's true or not, or fictional.
Yeah. Did I lose you?
I don't know. Pause for a moment, but it's back up now.
Because I'm true or fictional, and then there was just a pause. I was like,
well, no, I was just asking what's your take on movies, how they depict history, and because they are movies, do you agree or disagree that the depiction of history needs to be laid out correctly, or more so the non-fictional part of it?
So absolutely, if you're going to tell something from a historical account, you definitely need to be historically accurate. I would say this, that movies take a lot of liberties when it comes to history. Because sometimes history is boring. It is not, I'm quite sure it wasn't all battles for them. They weren't always fighting the Dahomey. They weren't always fighting, but to have a 2 hour, I don't know if it's 2 or 2.5 hour movie, to have it, you have to have some action. You have to have some things going on. They may have taken a little bit of liberty because obviously this was a time when nobody was, was around. They weren't.
Sure.
There were no tape recorders. There were no recorders of any kind. There was no television, no video cameras. This was even pre. Well, obviously there were systems of writing and things there, but we
Right.
also, Africans tend to be very much oral traditionalists.
Hmm.
So some of these things may not have been all written down. They may have been transmitted by word of mouth. And so
Interesting.
you're just filling in the gaps when you do these. You study as much as you can, and then you're
Right.
filling in the gaps, and then you take some creative liberties because you
Right.
want it to be interesting, I'm sure.
Right.
Uh, I have no problem with that. I think when you do that, though, you need to say this movie is inspired by the events of XYZ, rather
Mm.
than saying this is a historically accurate, true depiction, because nobody was there to know how
Right.
much this was true or how much truth there is to it. So,
Mm.
but I have no problem with artists, film artists taking creative liberties with things. Just say that you are that it's inspired by the events of XYZ. I
Right.
think too, the more important thing is this is bringing to light a story that many people may not have known. This is not
Abs-
anything that is taught in history books in school, unless
mm.
you have like parents that are very much about world history that teach you this. You may never have known this. It's the same thing with Hidden
Yes.
Figures. And I consider myself to be somebody who studies history quite a bit. And I knew nothing about the women from Hidden Figures, nothing,
Yeah.
which
Absolutely.
which is deplorable. But that tells you that, the educational system has failed all of us in terms of what they're teaching. I don't want to hear, well, the test, I don't want to hear it. You failed. You have failed.
I
We
just
should
think
know about these things. Go ahead.
I think it's just so empowering though, and I think that's the huge aspect for me. It's just so empowering and uplifting, and that those stories like that need to be told for just so many wonderful reasons. And when you don't tell them like that, and we're apt to believe someone else's story or someone else's rendition of how it was. So
Absolutely.
I think it's really
Absolutely. And I think this is also a starting point. Movies like these are a starting point for
right.
further exploration. So
Absolutely.
this may be something that's a historical event that you never learned about in school, anything. And it may
Mhm.
be, I like the fact that it would make people go and research more.
Yes, absolutely, Tachi.
So I
Absolutely.
think it's important for that. And I think
Mhm.
that movies, commercial Hollywood movies, independent movies that deal with the same thing, they all play a role in getting us interested in our history and learning the way
Yes.
things actually were. So I
Mm.
think it's critically important and it plays a very important role. So kudos. Wait, who was the director for this? Does anybody know?
Um, uh, Jeez. She's got
I'll
like
look
three
it up.
names.
I'll look it
Uh,
up, or one of our wonderful MediaScope family will look it up. I know they will. So Jasmine Graham, well, first of all, D. Carpio is here. Hey, D. And then Jasmine Graham says, I don't get the outrage. It's not a documentary. No one boycotted Black Panther. In fact, many people wanted to go live in a fake country. They sure did
Still
want to
do.
go live, still want to live in Wakanda, which is adjacent to Zamunda, these fake countries. Yes, we
Absolutely.
are the southeast corner of Zamunda. That's it. Okay, so I think, yeah, nobody had outrage about that. I think maybe because this is supposed to be a historically a historical piece, a period piece. I think this is why there may have been outrage. But the alternative is no movie and nobody learns anything. So what I'll say is this: it is up to then us to say, all right, well, this is the movie, this is what happened. But guess what? There are books on the Dahomey and the women warriors that you can read about that will give you a fuller description. This is just a starting point.
Right.
Use it as a starting point. I think we unite for the wrong causes. Do we always have to be outraged?
No.
Does society all must we always be outraged? And when we're outraged, can we be outraged about the right things?
Absolutely.
Please.
Absolutely.
Not this. Not this. Yeah, absolutely, David Benjamin Eccles. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so much of history that we don't know. And that's why it's unfortunately we can't rely on our educational systems to teach us. We have to learn on our own. So we have to do it. And Gina Prince Bythewood, yes, that's who is the director. She's amazing. Zoila is here. Hello, Zoila. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the Facebook side. Folks, if you are just joining us for the first time or you're just now joining us, welcome to the fold. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. We are here every week at 6 p.m. Eastern time, or 6 p.m.-ish Eastern time, to talk about the haps in the industries, plural. It's you all, which I absolutely appreciate. I appreciate all of you for being here. And then also MC Curtis.
Hey.
Remember what I told you. But we do have, I thought I saw Serena. Serena, I thought I did.
What?
Finger on the button.
Yeah, I've been thirsty.
Well, I don't see anything yet.
And plus, I've been nice to Serena, too.
Is that what you call it?
So glad she made it.
I bet you are glad she made it. Well, there are tacos and lots of libations for you all. So go ahead and grab some before MC gets to all of them. I thought you were...
Thank you.
Exactly, Shanice. Anyway, let's keep going. It is time for us to start the show, since we had to start a tiny bit late because of our echo issue. Let me apologize for the echo. You'll hear it periodically. We don't know what's wrong, but we're working to solve it. Again, we're going to give a stern talking to the tech team so that they can fix this for next week. I am outraged, and Jasmine Graham will be writing a very sternly written letter.
Really?
Yes, because all those things work in real life. They don't. The only thing that has started to work is calling people out on social media. Isn't that terrible?
It is. It is
terrible.
I think they need to be called out too, because
they do, because sometimes nothing was done. Like, you would write a letter, they'd be like, put it in the pile with the other letters, and they would do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, I remember very well. You all remember, MC, it was about, in third grade is when you started to learn to write formal letters. Do you remember that?
I do. Writing in cursive, absolutely.
Yeah, yes, it was writing in cursive, not in pen, so that I didn't get in trouble. You remember that. But writing in cursive, but also writing a formal letter. Yes. So there were different types of letters. And one of the letters was a complaint letter. And I remember very well, Mrs. Albert, shout out to Mrs. Albert. Mrs. Albert said, we're going to write a complaint letter to the, I can't remember the name of it, but it was the XYZ Cracker Company, because we received graham crackers that were crushed. So we were writing a complaint letter. And she said, well, maybe we were too nice. They'll probably just tell us to make a graham cracker crust with it. How wholesome is that? Graham cracker crust. Anyway, so I remember very well, but those things, you would get them every once in a while. People would maybe listen or do something. Think about writing all the letters about your favorite show getting canceled. They didn't care. Shout them out on social media and see how quick they...
Right, absolutely.
Yes, sir. See how quick they do that. But it's terrible that I have to call you out for you to do the right thing. Terrible. And that's because it's going to affect your bottom line. If we could shout you out on social media and nobody would threaten to boycott you and actually go through with it, you probably wouldn't change. And that's really sad. I urge you to think about yourselves.
So many people want, just the praise reports, Oh, this product was great. The
not praise reports.
Praise reports. We are.
That deserves an amen. Go with the sound.
Yes.
Yes. Praise reports. Yes. Exactly.
I did. Use praise in a sentence.
Oh, goodness. The praise reports were glowing.
But they were glorifying the
Jasmine is writing the letter as we speak.
wow, she is
Sternly.
on it. She is on it.
Look how stern her hands are. But we've also got a Beat the Heat special. Buy any cool treat and get the second one half off. I'm loving it. Loving it. Oh, David Benjamin Eccles is talking about block style indented letter.
Oh yes.
You remember? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But see, we remember the line when you were learning to write the lines, you had the lines and then the dashes in between.
Yes.
The dotted lines in between to kind of teach you where the highs and lows of your letters should be, particularly with print and cursive. But I I always had, since kindergarten, I had a need to write in cursive. I didn't know it yet. I knew how to make L's and I knew how to make M's, but I didn't know anything else. But I said, I need to hurry up and learn cursive because this is grown folks writing and I need to be on this train. That's what I needed.
Now, do you still write cursive mostly?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Anytime I write it. I don't really print. I write in cursive.
Wow.
And I started doing it because, I fell into the habit of printing, but I didn't want my penmanship or pen womanship or pen personship to go down the drain. So I said, from now on, I just need to write in cursive. So yeah, I do. And I still write exactly the way I was taught in 3rd grade. Shout out to Mrs. Albert.
Look at you. Goodness. Yeah, I got something mangled between printing and cursive. Yeah.
Somehow I knew this. Somehow I knew. You didn't even have to tell me, MC. I can already tell that your writing looks like cuneiform. I know.
That is about the extent of it. It really does.
Oh. Serena says that her son had handwriting books like that with the dotted lines. Yeah, okay, so they still do that. Okay. Now just put phonics back in and we'll be all good. Serena also says cursive is gone in elementary schools out here. I think they took it out of a lot of the curriculum. Got to teach my son on my own. And thank God for a couple of old school educators who want to teach the kids too. Yes. Look, we can say what we want. Oh, you don't need it anymore. Good. Then you can't read the Constitution. If you can't read cursive, there are certain historical documents you're not going to be able to read. Albeit they probably have reprintings in print somewhere, but still.
Absolutely.
Still.
Absolutely.
It is the art of it and being able to do things. It also teaches patience. These poor children.
Patience.
Anyway. All right, let's keep going. We didn't even start. Could I have photo 1, please?
Well, let's do the intro.
Yeah. Now could I have photo 1? Wonderful. Let me move over a little bit. The Golden Globes are back. Yeah. Raise your hand if you care. MC's hands are down, even though I can't see him. I'm sure.
Yes, it's certainly down.
Wow. Oh, well, we have a guest who's here. Former guest on the show, After Dark with Johnny Ray, says, I love the cursive. Thank you for saying I look fabulous. Thank you so much. Yes, Johnny Ray, you are an aficionado when it comes to cursive. Absolutely. All right. So let's go to the Golden Globes. If anybody cares, I talked about this on. Can we go on hiatus with all of these award shows? Is it possible not to have any? I said this 2 weeks ago. This is what needs to happen. Red carpet show. I'm down for it because I love fashion. I'm down for the red carpet fashions. Hey, Penelope, who are you wearing? Why, I'm wearing such and such. Hey, Brad, what's that you've got on? My shoes are by. I love that because I love fashion. It also, I love the interaction on the red carpet. It also, there's this hype, this wonderful hype that comes with the red carpet that you don't have in the humdrum, dumb, boring show. So, red carpet, highlights, press release with the winners. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But who am I? So they're not going to listen. So next year, the Golden Globes will be back after all of the controversy that happened that made it go away. Remember, we talked about the fact that the Golden Globes was not going to come back, but they were like, no, that's too much money we're going to lose out on. We're going to have them back. So they're returning to NBC in 2023. It is also going to be live streamed on Peacock at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if they were playing on, because, you know, Bravo is also NBC Universal. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like on Bravo or some other channels as well. So anyway, it is the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and Dick Clark Productions that made this announcement yesterday. Yay! They're returning to the Beverly Hilton just in time for their 80th anniversary. 80 years, too much of this show. Oh, no, you know what? 80. Let's stop it at 80. We're gonna give you 80. I will celebrate. We will find. You know what? Let's celebrate with them now. Do we have some cheering Africans for them?
We do.
Great. Here we go. Cheering Africans. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's for you, Golden Globes. The cheering Africans are for you for your 80th. And then after that, let's make a pact. We're not doing a broadcast of the Golden Globes anymore. You made it to 80. I think that's enough. As one of my friends, my line sister, her brother, we might be dancing at something, and he'll come over and say, all right, you done had your fun. Go sit down.
Right.
That's his favorite thing to say. Well, what are you talking about? So I'm saying, in the words of Daryl Johnson, Golden Globes, okay, you done had your fun. Go sit down.
80
or
years.
As they say down here, sat down. Go sat down somewhere. 80 years of fun. That's enough. Anyway.
Just antagonizing.
That's right. You said what?
Just antagonizing people.
The Golden Globes?
Yeah.
After Dark with Johnny Ray said they old. They're so old you have to say it in vernacular. You can't say they're old. You have to say they old.
Right.
Nadine is here. Hello, one of my favorite artists. Welcome, Nadine. And Serena says, why am I just getting the notification about MediaScope starting 1 hour ago? Is this on Facebook or is this on our favorite LinkedIn? Oh, we're not even on LinkedIn. Never mind. Facebook. Well, it is what it is. I need to say this from David Benjamin Eccles. The tablet, meaning the tablet with lines. My mother gave me anxiety to write in cursive because she would tease me and write in cursive. And I, too, saw that grown folks wrote in cursive. Exactly. When you see grown people, oh, this is an adult thing to do. I must know of this cursive. I must know more than the letter L and M. Please, teacher, teach me. I needed to know cursive.
That's too funny.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's get off of this. So
long.
Here's the thing. Yeah, so long, Golden Globes. Let me just say this. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association just recently announced that they added 103 new voters to their membership, which had previously dipped around 80. The group of added voters based outside of the U.S. for the first time. And they said the voting pool is now this: 52% female, 51.5% racially and ethnically diverse, with 19.5% Latinx, if that's the correct term, 12% Asian, 10% Black, and 10% Middle Eastern. We recognize the HFPA's commitment to ongoing change and look forward to welcoming the Golden Globes welcoming back the Golden Globes to NBC for its landmark 80th anniversary, which is going to be your last show. I'm telling you now. Let go out on a high. Okay, if you
Right.
could call that a high, because people have already stopped watching year over year. The ratings for these shows go down. You're not figuring out. And see, I don't want you to end just because I want you to end. I want you to pivot and do something else. If you want to continue the awards, that's fine. We don't need to see it. It does not need to be a broadcast. And then you need to say, how are we going to be around for the next generation of, quote, Hollywood starlet? The people that watch, there's a handful of people in Hollywood, right? Most of the people that watch are not Hollywood people, right?
Well, you know what?
Go ahead.
They could probably end all this nonsense here
The
with
Wahala.
Valhalla with the electric slide on their way out the door. The electric slide. It's the
I so
electric.
wish we could play some electric slide music, but we cannot. We don't want to be damned. Just imagine it in your heads.
Yeah.
Imagine it in your heads. All right, so that's what's happening there. Hollywood Foreign Press Association and Dick Clark Productions have announced they're back. Who cares? All right, so I don't, and I don't mean to be callous about it, or maybe I do, but I think there's a different way. Call us. We could probably help you with something different to do. You've got to draw in that next generation of viewer, and you're not going to do it with the same old show that you've been doing for 80 years. Most people weren't alive when you all started, and you're not doing anything significantly different from when you started. And
Yeah,
that's
if
what's
they
going
kind
on.
of refocus that energy and put it around like you said, the what's that thing called, the red
Red
floors,
carpet.
red carpet, yeah.
Yeah,
They,
red carpet. Everybody
yeah,
loves
and
that.
just kind of maybe make that programming part of it. Just you can have the sponsors or the advertisers and just kind of hype it up, make it exciting, and say, okay, guys, we're back, and blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, but before we you just put a lot of advertisement in that space, and then I think you could probably do well. But
Oh, do the ceremony. Do
Mhm.
the ceremony first. We
Right,
don't have to see it. Do the red carpet after, and
right,
then have them come out with their awards after. So then we
right,
know who won. It's a red carpet show. Congratulations. Who are you wearing? Those types of things. Although
right,
I do get that if you didn't win, you may feel a little whatever and you want that anticipation. But we don't need to see the 3 hours of,
right.
we don't. Figure out another way to do it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, here we go. Oh, look who is here. Marisa Tigney is here. Hello, everyone. She says hello to you. And by the way, congratulations. Marisa, sorry, did a wonderful interview, which is on Facebook. I don't know if you still have it up, but she got to interview the legend herself, Jane Kennedy Overton, who was the first Black woman to actually, she may have been also like the first woman sports commentator, right? She is absolutely amazing. I adore Jane Kennedy. She's so nice, but Marisa got to interview her and it was great. Congratulations on that. And look who is here. DS, one of my favorite YouTubers is here, says hello to me and fellow media scopers. Hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So congrats to Marisa. Welcome, DS. Let's keep going. All right. Let's get away from the Golden Globes because I'm non. It's this year is going to be your last. Let's go out on a high. 80 years, yay. We already gave you the cheering Africans. That's all you're going to get from us. All right, can I have photo 2? Let's talk Spotify. So, just when you thought Spotify was done with their monetization strategies, here they come with something else. Spotify has launched audiobooks. I was supposed to talk about this last week, but I didn't. But there's more news, so I'm glad I'm talking about it now. So I was going to tell you that they were planning to launch, and now they have actually launched an audiobooks business with a la carte pricing. And guess what? If you happen to be a subscriber of Spotify, you don't get a discount. So No discount if you're already a Spotify subscriber. They're offering 300,000 audiobooks for purchase when they launch. They're positioning their book service as separate from their premium subscription for music and podcasts. So I don't know anything about that because I use free Spotify. Do you use Spotify at all,
I
MC?
don't actually. No, I've actually never logged onto it either, so I've never, yeah, never used it.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. I don't know why Spotify has become my preferred method of listening to podcasts, but I listen to podcasts on Spotify. Of course, my podcast is on Spotify. So I logged in one day just to see it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I like the interface. And that's why I use Spotify,
Mhm.
because Apple Podcasts, I don't really like the interface, even though that is the premier place where people are listening to podcasts. Everybody wants to be ranked on Apple. I don't like the interface. So I use Spotify for that, but I use the free plan. I'm not ashamed to admit. So they're not talking to me with this audiobook thing. So because I use the free plan. So as I said, but when they launch, they are going to have 300,000 titles from major and independent publishers in the US. They could be discovered via the search function on the Spotify app. And you're going to be, so once you search for it, they're going to be like, great, now I'm going to take you to this, so that it's going to be completely separate. But as I think it was Jasmine who said this, by year's end, watch them combine the two. I really, and we could be wrong about this, but I really don't foresee them keeping it separate for long when let's talk about Amazon, right? Amazon is their competition because they've got Audible, right? So they're big in the audiobook space. They've got Audible. But what they're trying to do is, overtake. But if Amazon, now I don't listen to Amazon Music at all, even though I have like Prime, I don't, just because I don't. So if they're able to get their music, Amazon Music, to the point of saturation that they want, and they've already got Audible, not that Audible is free, but I think you do get a discount with Prime, if I'm not mistaken. Why would I then pay twice for Spotify? It's not my fault that you're giving Joe Rogan 200 million and you have to make up the money. That's not my fault.
Right.
So I think it's really interesting, this whole thing. So, like I said, Amazon does give you some discounts and credits towards audiobooks if you are a subscriber, but Spotify said not us. You pay or you don't play. So, anyway, we'll see how that works out. Is anybody here a Spotify listener? I know you probably are, but if you're a Spotify listener, are you planning, and you're a reader or a book listener, are you planning to try out Spotify for audiobooks? Now, one thing I can say is they probably will have a free trial, because there's no earthly reason for anybody to sign up for this right now without a free trial. The key is going to be for them to retain people and not experience churn.
Well, now, so is that going to be a separate cost?
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's no discount. You have to pay.
Wow. Did they discuss the pricing on it?
No, I don't see the price. Well, they didn't discuss it with me. I wasn't invited, but I don't see the actual pricing for this. I don't think they've released what that's going to be, but when I find it and when they do, I'll let you know what the pricing will be. I think it will probably be something pretty nominal. If I were to give a guess, $9.99 per month.
Jeez, that's not nominal. That's
it's not nominal, but for them, I'm guessing. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't even know how much a Spotify subscription is. But you know what? Maybe it's going to be less than that. Okay, let's go $5.99, because they figured if you're already a Spotify customer, we want to keep you. And so we're not going to make it too ridiculously expensive. David Benjamin Echols has not used his Spotify for a while. DS says retaining is a key. That is 100% absolutely key. You can have people all day long. Look what happened with our dear friends Quibi. We talk about Quibi every week because I'm really sad that they didn't do well. I'm not surprised, but I'm really sad they didn't do well. They gave a 3-month trial. Do you remember that?
I do.
I think I watched everything that they had on Quibi, because what we did is Kevin and I did a review of like all these Quibi shows. So we found what we thought may be interesting to the audience, and we did a review of these shows. But the fact that they had all these celebrities, but it was not enough to keep people after that 3 months was over. Because I surely was, what was it? July 29th, over. I surely canceled as soon as I could. I didn't want to pay. They did not retain. I don't even know if they retained 50% of who they had. You there, MC? You sound.
Yeah, I am. Well, no, actually, I was just looking up the pricing for the Amazon or for the Amazon Prime. So with the Amazon Prime, the Audible books is separate, but you get some kind of discount. That's what I was looking up.
Yes, it is separate. You do get a discount in credits on
Right.
Amazon. So I don't know what their strategy is by not giving a discount. I would have gone with the same strategy. All things being equal, I don't know. But I guess Amazon, I think more people use Spotify for music than Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're very secure in that. And they're like, well, if you like this, you'll love our audiobooks. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
So Marisa says that she's noticed an uptick on people subscribing to her channels on Spotify and Apple. Interesting indeed. And C Love is just keeping the free Spotify. Not exactly. You have me for this, and that's it. Let's keep going. Good luck to you, Spotify. I hope it works well for you. We will be giving updates. Could I have photo 3, please?
Your favorite.
So, those of you who know me know I don't give 2 cares about football. I could care less about football, but some of you obviously care about football, because speaking of Amazon, they drew Thursday night football record. They drew Thursday Night Football, ended up making them draw a record number of Prime signups for a 3-hour period. So they debuted the broadcast of Thursday Night Football, and it helped to hook a number of new Prime signups for a 3-hour period during the game, obviously. So the company is paying about $1 billion a year for an exclusive Thursday night rights to NFL. So they're like, look, I need you all to sign up.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a gamble.
Absolutely.
It's a gamble that people love football, Thursday night football at that, so much, because usually isn't Thursday night football like some of the off games, if that makes any sense. I shouldn't say off, but not like the I don't want to say popular, but
it depends. But yeah, it can be actually some of the rivals, really bigger games.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. The bigger game. Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you're taking a risk that people love Thursday night football that much to pay $1 billion a year for the rights to this.
Wow.
NFL is happy, but
Yeah,
are you going to be happy? How many? So you got from Prime memberships. Did you make up? So I'm wondering how many people they had that signed up. I'm looking, and I don't think they said.
So the Thursday night football for Amazon, it does not come with the Prime.
No, it does.
It does. Oh,
It does. But I'm saying that these people were not Prime people before, but became Prime because of Thursday night football.
Gotcha.
I don't know how. I don't know about that. You all tell me what you. Somebody is happy about the Philadelphia Eagles. Marisa says, "Yep, I don't need the extra fills and won't make people pay. It's ridiculous." Talking about Spotify. Marisa, apparently those are fighting words, because she says, "Boo, go Lions." Okay, we've started something. So David also says that Amazon is smart with a capital smart, because Thursday Night Football depends on who's playing Thursday night. Yeah, but yeah, and I can see this. There's somebody in there did the math, but I'm
Right,
wondering. So they have about 200 million Prime subscribers right now. Okay, and it's $139 per year, right? Most people are probably paying that paying per month and not the yearly thing.
right.
So are they I'm wondering what the monetization strategy is for that. It cannot be based off of the Prime subscriptions. That's not enough.
Well, I'm sure they've done the research in regards to
They have.
how many for different networks that handle that bought into the Thursday Night Football, the numbers of people who are watching. So I'm sure that.
Right. They didn't they haven't released, because Nielsen is doing the measurement for this. They haven't released the viewership numbers for the game. So we don't know yet what the viewership was, but we'll know soon enough. But again, they have 200 million worldwide subscribers, 80 million active Prime Video households in the US. Now, again, that doesn't mean they're all signing up for Friday night. I was about to say Friday Night Lights, Thursday Night Football.
Mm. And then how many of those people will they be able to keep after that contract
Football
ends?
season is not all year.
Right,
So
absolutely.
they're going to, what am I going to do to keep you a Prime subscriber? Because if I was not already one, that means I don't necessarily care about free shipping. I don't
Right.
necessarily care
Right.
about the rest of what you have on Amazon Prime Video. I
Exactly.
don't, I don't care about those things. I'm not looking to get a discount from Audible. I'm not looking at those. I don't care about getting some kind of slight discount at Whole Foods, $1 off 75,000.
Right.
I'm not thinking about those things. So how do you keep that customer? Or do you not care if you lose them because you have some strategy and they'll be back in the fall for Thursday Night Football again next year? I don't know. But that's not our job to figure it out. But when we do hear what the ratings were for this, we'll definitely report it here. Could I also please have let's go to, because I know we're running late and I really don't want to run super late today. We apologize. We had to start late, but let me take a break and say welcome to the fold. This is the MediaScope show. The MediaScope show. This is MediaScope. All things media, tech, and pop culture. We do this every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Today we're on Twitch. What's up, Twitch? How are you? See, Love is on Twitch. What's going on? Today we're on Twitch, and then on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Gospel 107.1 FM. You get to hear tonight's replay. And yes, finger on he's like right hovering over.
I need all those blessings, girl. Come on, Bahamas.
Bahamas, we do need those blessings. And hopefully Gospel 107 has graced us with no echo on the playback. So anyway, Jasmine says, I want my $1 off. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
You burn that $1 getting there in gas. Just saying. So anyway, let's could I have the TikTok story, please? TikTok. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening with TikTok. There's a study that came out that says that Gen Z is increasingly using TikTok videos instead of Google search. And I think we all know that. I don't know if you did know this. MC, did you know that Gen Z is using TikTok videos to find information instead of using Google search?
No, I was not aware of that. Wow.
Yes. A new study says this, however, 1 in 5 of these videos contain misinformation. These people, look, TikTok, there are some really knowledgeable, very knowledgeable people on TikTok. I can't deny that are licensed, that know their stuff, but then there are also people that are just talking, that are not experts. And so because you use this as your source of information, It's like, remember back in the day how people, sometimes especially older people, they found something on the internet, so it must be true. Oh yeah,
That's
aliens are coming down from space. Well, it's true because it was on
it's right there.
ilovealiens.com.
It's right there. Look, look.
Right there, see? And
Right.
because it's on the internet like back in the day, it must be true, right? So this is how Gen Z is using TikTok rather than going, and they don't check multiple sources. Oh, it's right here on TikTok. I'm already here. Great. Yay. It sounds good. Great. Yay. Why do I have to do double check? No, they're here. Great. Yay.
Hmm. Well, that's interesting in itself because even if you were doing a Google search using Google to search for, information or you had a question or whatever, um, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get anything different than using TikTok because I think the only thing that
Right.
can happen with the owner or the author of such information, a first person's looking up and it pops up in their search, is that Google does not allow prevents people from going there because of the misinformation or people they start to their website starts to get pinged by Google because
Right.
of the incorrect information.
Misinformation. Well, but the thing is, the advantage that you have with looking up things on Google, yeah, there could be rubbish on Google as well, but you
Hmm.
can also find peer-reviewed things. So if you've ever, I used to
True
use Google Scholar like a champ.
that. Hmm.
Instead of sometimes going into the databases, when I was doing research and things,
Right.
there are all these databases like EBSCO, like LexisNexis for law, all these different databases. But you have to have a subscription or be with an institution that has a subscription. So
Right.
sometimes I would not feel like signing in and whatever, and I would use Google Scholar and be able to come up with the same thing. So you can get peer-reviewed information off of Google. And while there are people that are knowledgeable and that are actually do have the power to do peer review things, there's also a lot of noise.
Absolutely.
So, and
Absolutely.
people don't take the time to do this. So David Benjamin Eccles says you must pay attention to the source when searching on TikTok. The source come through Howard. Exactly. Come through Howard. Exactly. If you didn't learn anything else at Howard University, we learned research because we weren't going to they said you're not going to come out of Howard and make us look like fools. You
Right.
will learn research. So if there's nothing else we learned deep, and I learned deep research at Howard. Deep research. So Marisa says, I believe Gen Z videos are posting their videos of TikTok. Maybe buy this a lot. They are. And if that is now, here's the thing, for information, and let's get away for a minute. When we talk about information, sometimes we're talking about, election information, that type of thing. That I'd be really scared of, even though, people can have opinions. But I think people are looking for information. Okay, for example, like the TikTok, maybe buy this. People will do reviews of cosmetics. People will do reviews of different products. And look, they're like, oh, I saw it on TikTok. I'm going to try it. Because here's the other thing. TikTok, same thing with YouTube, gives you the added value of seeing someone use it.
Interesting. Yeah, well said, Tachi. Interesting. Okay.
So I think, seeing is believing, that old saying. So I think if I see somebody using it and how it works for them and how it may possibly work for me, I might do it too. Let me tell you what I've gotten hooked on lately that would make me go to see this a particular stylist. Hair cutting videos. It's such ASMR. I love watching people getting their hair cut. It's so satisfying. And so, but seeing somebody cut hair well, usually these are stylists that are putting things up. That would make me, hey, are you in my city? How can I? Definitely. So that seeing is believing, it really actually does work. Sarita says, yes, Google Scholar was my friend in grad school, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Marisa also Googles everything. You will learn to research. Howard doesn't play a weak scholar.
Right.
You don't do weak scholarship. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, sorry for everybody else, but You will be a scholar. You will not leave Howard University without having some level of scholarship, or don't tell anybody I taught you. That's basically the thing.
Right, right.
All right. So yeah, 1 in 5 has misinformation in them. So here's the thing. This is a new study that has been done by NewsGuard, and it's a site that monitors misinformation across the internet. They found that 1 in 5 TikTok videos contain misinformation or contains misinformation. They analyzed, this is what they did. The study analyzed the top 20 search results across 27 different news topics, ranging from the 2022 election to mRNA vaccine. Okay, so these are things that are a little headier in terms of topics. We're not talking about a new lipstick. We're talking about a vaccine. We're talking about the election. So the fact that you're getting your information from there and that 1 in 5 videos they found contain misinformation, that's scary. That could be scary. And that could be something that is used to sway people.
Well said.
If we're not careful. So the NewsGuard study found that the TikTok also prompted users with biased search terms. So, for example, if you searched COVID vaccine, right, TikTok would offer suggestions for more biased search terms, such as COVID vaccine truths or COVID vaccine HIV. And more than half of the search results that popped up about the 2022 midterm elections contained, quote, hyperpartisan left-leaning rhetoric, the study noted. Interesting.
It is interesting. So is this coming from is this a study from a right-wing organization then?
It is not. No.
It's interesting. Okay.
No, it is not. So here's the thing. Statistics, true social scientific research is free of political party, of bias, or is supposed to be, if you do it properly and if you sample correctly. It should be free of all of this.
Interesting.
Often, researchers don't always do the best job of these things.
Right.
But for the most part, I would like to think if you've been taught properly, like we at Howard University, you will be doing proper social scientific. I'm telling you, that's why I didn't play with statistics or any of that. I got an A in statistics because first of all, we had excellent professors, but I was so into it being right and the statistics proving that it's right that I didn't play when it came to that. So if you're doing it right, it should be an accurate representation of a large segment of the population. I'm not going to say the entire, but a large segment of the population. So Jasmine says that she loves watching makeup tutorials and cleaning videos, but she hates doing both. Go figure. So you're living vicariously through these TikTok videos or wherever you happen to watch the videos. And then David Benjamin Echo says the same thing with barbershops on TikTok. Absolutely. I love just TikTok is such a resource, but I would probably venture to say that you should not be finding out your poll information from TikTok. I'm just saying you should not be finding out now again, there are people that are licensed, or I shouldn't say licensed, have the knowledge to be able to talk about these things intelligibly and can give information, but they can't speak necessarily for an institution when they're coming on TikTok. They're coming on and giving their view and their knowledge, and they're not intending to mislead in most cases, right? Just be careful. Sarita says she needed my statistics professors. I'm telling you, I'm sorry you didn't go to Howard University. At Howard, they didn't play. I'm going to say that all day. I'm just saying. All right, so let's keep going on because we're already at 7:20. We're going to end this. I have so much more, but we started late, so I don't want to end too late. We're just at like over an hour now. So I've got two today on What the Hell Is This? Could I please have photo I think it's 12, please. The second last one. Hey, Gary is here. Hello, one of my favorite realtors, Gary Lanham. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, those of you in the Atlanta area, we talked about this before. Jasmine Graham is in the Atlanta area. You'll know Zaxby's, which is a chicken spot. Remember, okay, and you've had Zaxby's before. Remember when we went to Atlanta and went to the Atlanta Pitch Summit?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
The food that they had on the Friday night where
Sure.
we did the screenings,
Mhm.
that was from Zaxby's.
Yeah.
Yes. So, because I remember I saw you eating a chicken sandwich. Don't think I didn't see you.
Yeah. I actually like Zaxby's. I thought they're pretty good. But
It was pretty good. I didn't even get to eat. I think I did take it home because we were working like
yeah.
mules.
Yeah.
So I think I wrapped a sandwich up and I probably ate it later. But yeah, so Zaxby's, apparently Zaxby's sauces are everything. I don't remember. Do you remember anything about the sauce?
No. And yeah, and the interesting thing about it, when I seen this in your list of stories, this image here,
Mhm.
I was like, you know what? I was just thinking about Zaxby's because one not too far from where I'm at. There's not a whole lot out this way, but
Oh,
there's a few of them.
so you do have them in Texas. Okay.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I just thought it was
you
like an
were California, but yeah,
like an
more like
Atlanta, Alabama thing, but
yeah,
because we don't have them here, not that I know of.
just a few of them. But I was just thinking about Zaxby's. Oh, I need to go try them. But this right here, mm-mm.
Well, let me tell everybody about this. As you can see, this is a popsicle. So if you are in love with Zaxby sauces, you will like saucicles. They are sauce flavored popsicles featuring Zax sauce. And let me explain Zax sauce to you. It is a sweet, tangy, and creamy mixture made with a secret blend of Worcestershire sauce, black pepper and spices, and tongue torch, a mild heat tomato concoction with notes of garlic, paprika, turmeric, and lime. So if you're bold enough to put your taste buds to the test, go ahead and order them. They are free. You are going to, it is created in partnership with a popsicle company called Frios, Frios, and they're going to be available free of charge on the official website. So if you go to Zaxby's website, you will be able to get these while supplies last. They'll be there, don't worry. They come in packs of 8. And just one per customer. Now, don't crowd, everybody. Don't crowd all at once. One per customer. Let me say what they said. Saucicles were created for our most loyal fans that can't get enough of our signature sauces. The collaboration with Frios is built on flavor, bringing together two iconic Southern brands.
That's funny. That's one of those things. Like, who asked for this? Oh, I
In the
just love
words
your
of
sauce.
Susan Engels, blech. Hello,
You're right.
Susan. How are you?
I just
Okay,
love it.
and David says that there's Zaxby's in the DMV. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
No. I'm just saying, who asked for this? So are the people are like, oh, I just love your sauce. Hey, you know what? Do you guys have this in popsicles?
Who asked for Velveeta scented nail polish? Who else asked for the Veltini? Who asked for the canned hamburger? Who asks for any of this?
Jeez. Maybe it's more for
Nadine says 2 more iconic Southern mistakes. Exactly.
right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. So interesting. But if you are into savory popsicles, maybe you want to try that. This just doesn't even sound appetizing.
Mm-mm.
Popsicles are for fruit.
Right. Absolutely.
And could I have photo 13, please? We're going to end with another today on What the Hell Is This? And I'm sure you're going to be happy because this is what I'm getting you for Christmas, MC.
Size 9, please.
Great, I shall. You'll love this collaboration. 7-Eleven times Crocs. An exclusive footwear only lucky draw winners can buy. So you can't even just go and buy it. You have to go through a lottery to be even able to buy them. So apparently they've experienced a resurgence in popularity during the pandemic because they're comfortable. Nobody wants to sit and wear heels or hard bottom shoe, Bruno Mali shoes in the house. You want comfort. And I will say this. I have Crocs flip-flops. They're like the most comfortable things ever. Super comfortable. So I will give you that. Do I want these? Not so much. So they recently, let me tell you the partnerships they've had. They partnered with General Mills. They partnered with Balenciaga, and I think we talked about that. They partnered with Hidden Valley Ranch. And now they're partnering with 7-Eleven, global retailer 7-Eleven, to offer a collection of 3 styles: a white sandal, a sporty black clog, according to them, and their newest creation, the Chunky Mega Crush Clog. That just sound the Chunky Mega Crush Clog. And I should have given you example, but I will put this in my, because this is what the hell is this? I will put this in my timeline so you all can see the different styles of flip flops and footwear.
So what's that name?
What happened?
What's the name of that particular shoe that's on screen?
The Chunky Mega Crush Clog.
It looks every bit of it too, like a chunky Mega Crush Clog.
They even have it the same thing in yellow, brown, green, and red. Why? And orange, yellow, brown, orange, yellow, green, and red.
So
whatever is hideous.
Along with your KFC.
Yeah, they have the KFC Crocs.
Wow.
So this is really something that's truly for a collector, somebody who likes collecting these kitschy types of things, somebody who will, I want the KFC ones, I want these, I want the Hidden Valley Ranch ones. 7-Eleven, epic fail, says David.
Somebody's going to be
Serena
wearing
says, my son would wear those. He loves Crocs and 7-Eleven. But it's up to you as a good parent to stop him, Serena.
Right, absolutely.
Okay? It's up to you to stop him from the debauchery.
Please don't do that, Serena. Don't let
Oh, my goodness. Look who is here. Another favorite from the Philippines. And it is morning in the Philippines now. Is it like 8 o'clock in the morning for you in the Philippines? Welcome, Ron TV Metro. Hey. Also, my 3 favorites, DS, Ron, and Susan, are all in here. It's so good to see you. Jasmine says, crunchy, chunky Mega Crush sounds like 7-Eleven surge that from the rotating warmer. Exactly.
Oh,
and if they were smart, that would be their commercial, the rotating warmer with these Crocs in it.
That's
chunky Mega Crush Clogs.
That's funny.
She said his feet would look cute in those. Big feet, not so much. Can you imagine like a size 14 and that? Awful.
Serena, you need to change your thinking. You're leaning towards getting your son a pair of those, or at least entering his name into that that draw, whatever they're doing.
Wow. Well, you know what? At least he would be an individual. So yes, you have to go and submit your application for the draw. It goes now through tomorrow. You only have until tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And let me tell you the website in case you are interested, because I know you are. You go to crocs.com and it's right there. So when you go to crocs.com, it's the first thing there.
That's Serena.
I wonder how much these are. They didn't say how much they are.
That's Serena closing the food truck. She's closing the food truck down.
She's like, gotta go. Gotta put my name on the list. Gotta win the luck of the draw.
Serena says, I'm out of here.
Okay, we've got an array of laughing people, men from C Love. Thank you for that. All right, you know what? It is now 7:30. we are quite a bit over, but thank you so much for dealing with us and hanging in there. And it's super fun as usual. I had a great time. MC, final words.
Absolutely. No, yeah, great show. Always great show.
All right. Well, we love you for watching. Bid you adieu, you guys, myself, the Zaxby's Saucicles, and the Crocs, the 7-Eleven Crocs. I think we need to put on the Crocs, take the popsicle, and all exit stage left. Until next week.
Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise